Winston Churchill, the new Prime Minister, sends Colonel Sir Edward Ware to the beaches of France to prevent the relentless German advance in May of 1940. His tenure in office depends on holding Hitler back. Edward feels he can handle the job by joining forces with the French, but the French army never shows up. The German Luftwaffe attacks. He orders a retreat across the English Channel. But on the beach at Dover, General Erwin Rommel greets him. Have you ever wondered what could have happened if Hitler had won the Battle of Dunkirk? Edward finds out when Rommel sends him to a prisoner of war camp in northern France. He escapes, but only to come home to a Britain where the new Prime Minister, the fascist Sir Oswald Mosley, is on the beach greeting Hitler and welcoming him to their island home. Edward flees back to his estate near Salisbury Ware Hall, only to find his mother's and wife's gravestones on the hill in the family cemetery. Before he can even take it in, he's apprehended and made a prisoner in his own house, in a third-floor attic bedroom. All night he is forced to listen as Helga von Wessel, Hitler, and the Nazis celebrate their takeover of Britain by waltzing in the great hall downstairs. He hears screams and moans. Late at night, when everything's silent, why, it sounds like Dora, Lady Ware. Helga shows up and orders him to follow her. The Nazi agent takes him down to the dungeons below the house, where his wife and mother are imprisoned. She makes a dirty deal. She will release them if Edward sleeps with her. She wants to rummage through his pockets for any letters from Churchill to find out where the former PM is hiding. The next morning, Edward and his family head north. They find a newspaper with his picture displayed as a traitor to his country next to Churchill's. But he's picked up by friends of the former PM who take their party to Scotland. In a last-ditch effort to prevent them from escaping after Edward joins up with Churchill, Helga shows up. But the guns of the Royal Navy open fire and drive back the Nazis long enough for Churchill and Edward and his family to get away. They sail to America and meet with Roosevelt at Campobello Island in Canada. The president wants to help them, but says he can't give them aid unless an internationalist Republican runs against him, and not an isolationist. And that is up to Mr. Bentley, Dora's father, the man who funds the America First movement. There is a race to have Wilkie appointed, as everyone converges upon the Republican convention in Philadelphia in the last days of June 1940. Not only do the Nazis kidnap the Wares' daughter Thomasina to blackmail them, the Wares, Churchill, and everyone on their side, Helga von Wessel and her Nazi cohorts pull a swift one at the convention hall. It looks like not only the election of 1940, but all of world peace could be affected by the events of this alternative history thriller.
Es marschiert mit ruhig festem Schritt, Kameraden, wir und Druck und Reaktion erschossen, marschieren im Geist in unseren Reihen mit, Kameraden,